Hey everybody, how's it going? So today we're in a different game now. This is a weird looking game, right? I guess I'm not embarrassed to say it, but I've lost a lot of time to this game over the past week or so. Oh god, it's so much fun, guys. This game is Euro Truck Simulator 2. Now I know I don't really do many videos on other things other than like MMOs, but I thought we'd give it a try here. I've been playing it quite a bit, as you can see. I'm level 7 and I've travelled nearly 3,000 miles. So today we'll just pick up a quick job. I'm hoping that the computer doesn't lag very much. So should we take a little look, see where we can go? So there's not many from there, so let's have a look at Manchester. Manchester to Cardiff. Don't really want that. Cardiff to London. It's still quite a distance. What about Manchester? Okay, Manchester's just as long. So we'll do Cardiff to Southampton here. I've never been to Southampton, and it's a heavy or an oversized cargo, and it is a digger. So we'll be transporting a digger. Exciting. Let's load in and take a look at our rig. Right. So I'm driving a DAF truck. As you can see, the digger looks very heavy, so it's not oversized, but it's a heavy load, and it seems like we're in this quarry. Now this quarry has given me a lot of trouble in the past, and yeah, it's kind of awful how much trouble this quarry's given me in previous attempts at getting out of here. But let's give it a shot anyway. See if we can just shoot right around. If you can hear that, that's my my dog sniffing at the door to try and get in. But we're not going to let him in just now. So, yeah, right here is where you get a little bit of trouble. Now I know the best way to handle it would be in a lower gear, just like that. Right, okay, so that bit wasn't so bad. The next bit's kind of difficult. But yeah, I've been playing quite a lot of this. I have like a secret like obsession with ice road truckers. It's an amazing show. I wish I lived in Canada sometimes. I'd definitely try to become an ice road trucker. Even though it's dangerous, it seems like a lot of fun to do. Right, this is the hill that gives me the most trouble. Let's see if we can just get straight out here. Alright, so it looks actually like we managed to get out straight away. Seems that the truck's maybe a little bit more powerful than the previous one I was given, because it took me forever to get out of here with a Scania. Right, so we're almost at the road. Or I believe there's like a dirt track before the road. But yeah, I've been playing a hell of a lot of Truck Simulator, which is it's weird. It really is weird that I enjoy it so much. But what can you say? It's very fun to play. I have a steering wheel, so it's even more fun to play than with the keyboard. I mean, it's perfectly fine. It does work with the keyboard, but I have a steering wheel, although it is a cheap steering wheel, so a lot of the times, like when I'm turning like that, it'll lock, like not in real life but in the game. For some reason it'll just get locked like that, and I'll end up crashing into something after a perfect run. It's really annoying when you've made a massive delivery and you're almost there, and then you turn in the corner to get into the yard and you shoot off and crash into the wall at like 60 miles an hour. But yeah, I've been playing it a lot. It's kind of a problem. So I have it on simple automatic at the moment because shifting up and down with the steering wheel just kind of isn't an option. So I just have it on simple automatic and then watch my speed and make sure that I don't go over the limits. But I mean, eventually I'd like to get myself a nice steering wheel. I know the Logitech G27 is supposed to be one of the best steering wheels for for obviously for simulators. Alright, so we're in England, so we need to be on the left side of the road, if you didn't know. If I don't know if Americans drive on the right side, but I know some European countries do drive on the right side. Right, okay, I probably should have indicated a little bit sooner there, but never mind. Alright, so we're on our way, 60 miles an hour speed limit down here. So the way that I've remembered, because you can actually go to Europe in this game, so you can drive all over. Oh no! And my wittering on. Look what I've done. I've actually turned us the wrong way. All right, that's bad. So we're gonna right up here. We're gonna spin round, even though we're not supposed to. That was awful. I should have known better than to not look where I was going. I don't know, I got carried away. I think maybe talking and the cars kind of confused me. So right here we're going to see if we can spin around. Right. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit bad. Hey, dude. You clown, can't you see I'm turning? Right, okay, so now we're back on track. No, I swear, that is the first time that's ever happened, guys. I feel like such a noob at the moment. But yeah, I've been playing, I've been playing this way too much. I must have put, God, maybe 5, 6, 7 hours into it already. And it's still just as fun as it was. I actually downloaded a mod for it. The modding community for this game is actually massive. It's really quite cool. And the mod that I downloaded was, because it's a European truck simulator, basically the big American big rigs don't exist in it, because obviously in Europe our roads aren't big enough to handle those massive trucks. So we basically have these types of trucks, which I did show. I found it very difficult to drive like this, just letting you guys know. As you can see, we have like the flat front trucks. I personally prefer the American big rigs, which is why I downloaded the mod, and I should have indicated. I prefer the big American big rigs to the European style. But that's just me. I mean, maybe you guys think differently. Maybe you prefer the European ones over the American ones. But yeah, the American ones are just 18-wheel beasts. I really like them. So we're probably going too fast here. Actually, we're not keeping up with that car really. So let's just put on the brake a little bit. So the thing about having a cheap steering wheel is that my pedals as well are really quite cheap. So basically there is no sensor, I don't think. I think it's just on or off. So you can't like stay at the same speed by, you know, just like pressing it just a little bit and then leaving it there. Basically, if I keep my foot down like halfway, I'll actually do it now just as a test. I think it'll just keep climbing speed anyway. Yeah, as you can see, it just keeps climbing, the exact same as now when my pedal's all the way down. And the same with the brake. The problem is that when you press it, it basically just locks on, so you stop straight away. So what you have to do is, it's not pressure reliant, so you basically press it down, let off, press it down, let off, press it down, let off, until you come to until you start slowing down, and then when you need to stop, you push it all the way down and keep it there. And that's basically how I've been doing it. So we're on the M4 right now, which is a motorway, but for some reason these guys are slowing right down because there's a speed camera, even though I think the limit's 60. or yeah, 60 I think, or 70 on a motorway. Let's take a look. Is that a speed limit sign? 50. Okay, so I guess because it's a bridge, we have to go 50 miles an hour across it, maximum. There is a speed camera right there, which is really cool. I really like the fact that you can actually see the speed cameras, and they're not just kind of everywhere you speed, you get caught. It's only if there's a speed camera there, which is really cool. At least in my experience, I've never been caught off guard by it. So what I tend to do is when I'm a little bit bored and it's like on the night, I'll just speed down the country lanes until I come up to somebody, and then I'll slow down. Although obviously in a truck I can't really break the speed limits anyway, because unless I'm going downhill, but usually I can barely reach 60 miles an hour at the minute, because obviously I don't own my own truck on it yet. It's a very like in-depth, detailed game, and you don't necessarily have to like trucking or anything to actually enjoy the game, because you can build up your empire. Basically, you start off with just you, and you kind of do jobs for companies. So they give you the truck, they give you the load, and you just have to deliver it without crashing. Oops, sorry about that, guys. You basically have to deliver the load without crashing or destroying it. And once you've got the load there, they'll pay you. You get experience to level up. And when you get experience to level up, you obviously get points, so you can put it into like long distance drives, or you can put it into high value cargo, or yeah, and eventually you get enough money. As you can see right now, I've only got £54,000, which is quite a lot. You can purchase your own truck. The truck that I want is like a big American Kenworth, and I want the one that I want is £130,000. So that's basically what I'm saving for at the moment, and I get closer and closer all the time. And the more, obviously, the higher level you are, the more points you have in maybe valuable delivery. You can basically take shipments that are extremely valuable, as well as there is kinds of like a hazardous one where you can transport petrol and fireworks and fuel and stuff like that. As well. So it's not just kind of you drive and then every job's different. It's basically you're working towards a goal, and you can even go so far as opening your own kind of company, and you hire drivers and you give them a truck to drive in, and then you're basically hiring people that started off like you did at the beginning of the game. It's really cool. I really enjoy it. It's simple in gameplay. You just basically drive your truck about, and you do a little bit of micromanaging when you actually have the company and everything, but I haven't got that far yet, and I'm having a blast at the moment with it. So I guess from now on I have been concentrating, so I haven't made too many mistakes. Obviously, I'm sure if any of you have actually played this game before, you'll be able to point out the mistakes that I do make. Right, okay. So let's take a look here. Right, there we go. Now, obviously I don't have like a track IR or anything, so I have to manually move the mouse about and take a look and make sure that I'm not going to go headfirst into a car. Obviously, as well, you can turn both mirrors on, so you can have both mirrors constantly. You can have both of them off, and you can basically like look like that in the mirrors. If I had the track IR, I would probably do that, because it'd be just a whole lot easier to do that. But as of now, I don't have that, and it's a pain to keep moving the mouse towards the other mirror, so I basically just keep it up in the top corner. I mainly use my driver's side mirror anyway, to be honest. I rarely ever look up at the one at the top. The only time I'll do is to make sure that I'm inside the lines, or when I'm going maybe around a corner to make sure that the loading isn't going to clip onto the barrier or anything. So we've still got quite a drive ahead of us, which is crazy. let's continue on with our drive. I didn't think it was actually this far. I swore it was like a 2-hour job, but apparently not. It's apparently quite a long one. And it's not even down to our mistake, because we didn't go miles off course. We basically just drove down the road and turned round. So the good thing about the game as well is it is kind of, it's user friendly. It's not like other simulators like Microsoft Flight Simulator or Train Simulator, where you have to know like things about the train to get it going. Basically, it's as simple as you set an accelerator, you set a brake, you set your steering, you can set your gears, your shifting. You can also, obviously, if you're doing that, you should probably set a clutch as well. But it's basically as simple as you want it to be, or as complex as you want it to be, which is awesome. I love that it can be very, very complex. And you know, not everybody has to like trucking to enjoy the game, because my girlfriend sat down and played this for about 3 hours the other day. It's just a load of fun. When I was younger, I actually kind of wanted to be a truck driver. I still kind of do. I mean, maybe when I'm a bit older, I might try and see if I can pass the medical and pass all the driving tests and everything. I'm not sure how difficult it is. Maybe some of my subscribers are truckers. I don't know. Maybe it's a possibility. Alright, so lovely scenery around here. Reminds me of the moors. Or just before the moors in the country. See, now they do actually have like an integrated radio onto the game. However, I want to avoid any copyright strikes, so I don't really want to listen to the radio. And they actually have my favourite radio station, which is Kerrang. They also have like loads of different countries' radios, so they have like a bunch of French radio stations, Dutch radio stations. Pretty much anywhere in Europe, I think they have at least one radio station from. So it's getting quite dark now, so we'll turn on our lights. Just to make sure we don't get fanned for that. That's the another cool thing. So as I was saying about the simulation, it's very cool because you get tickets for speeding, you get tickets for crashing, you get tickets for not having your headlights on. There's all sorts of stuff that you can get ticketed for. Going through red lights is, again, it's punishable. You get a fine, which is awesome. I think it's amazing because it just adds that little bit more, like that little extra element to it. So you have to be making sure that you're always under the speed limit. You have to make sure you're not going through red lights and not crashing and stuff like that. I didn't give you the best example of that by going wrong and crashing, but if you guys want to see more Truck Simulator videos, I can definitely bring them to you. I enjoy playing the game. It's kind of relaxing on a night just to sit and drive around a bit with the radio on low, just so it's like a little bit of chatter. So we're going to that wasn't Scunthorpe, was it? That's not where we're going. Let's check on the map. No, Southampton. I thought it was a bit too south to be going to Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe's not even in the game, but it's around here somewhere. But yeah, Southampton, we're almost there. We're 26 minutes away, or 16 miles. We're going to arrive in just before it, I think, starts getting dark, or maybe it might start getting pitch black before we actually arrive. Sometimes as well, my accelerator, just because it's a cheap one, sometimes just cuts off, so you're kind of stranded on a hill. It's crazy. So if anybody has actually ever played games like this, does anybody know of like an ice road trucking simulator? Maybe a map for Euro Truck 2 or something, or like a standalone game maybe, because I would seriously love to play it. I think it'd be so much fun. I know there's like 18 Wheels of Steel, hauling, and extreme truckers and stuff, and they're okay, but after playing Euro Truck Simulator, it's very hard to go to like an arcadey, cartoony style game when I could just look for maps for this game. Now, every map that I've tried to put in the game hasn't actually worked so far, but I can only assume that I'm doing something wrong, and that some of them do work, because I have seen videos on some. So here we are pulling into Southampton. We've got to keep our speed below probably 20 miles an hour in cities. So what we'll do right now is we'll let our speed drop a little bit, and then we'll put on the cruise control to keep our speed at a regular speed. So let's put it on there. Now the reason I use cruise control is because obviously my accelerator doesn't have pressure, so I can't keep it at a steady rate. Southampton has been discovered. So this was my first time coming to Southampton. 30 miles an hour speed limits in effect from now. So the backing up of the truck, that's going to be the funny thing, where you're going to see me struggle, probably. So as you can see, I take massive swings at the corners, basically to avoid hitching my... Oops, we've made another mistake, silly me. Again, something that I haven't done before. I probably should be paying a little bit more attention. So let's quickly look behind us. So we can easily swing around here without causing any trouble. So what we needed to do was head straight on just a little bit more and turn into the yard. Okay, so we're stuck at a red light. So there are many different camera angles you can use as well. Whichever one you'd prefer, I guess, would be the one that you'd use. Alright, so this is where you're going to see me fail epically. So there is a little bit of lag. Right, okay, so... See, now, basically how I've been parking so far is because I'm not very good at it. I basically go outside the truck here, and because it's a simulation game on how serious you want to take it, I basically just pretend that that I'm having somebody tell me the directions, you know, like people have when they're trucking. They have the, I don't know what they're called. They're called like backmen or something, where you basically tell them you can go back, or you need to straighten up, etc. Oops. So the computer went blue again. For some reason it's been doing that recently. In games that I've been playing, it's been kind of kicking me out for no reason and just going to a blue screen. And I probably need to look into that. So need to straighten up a bit. But yeah, as you can see, this is the bit that I am quite terrible at. Right, and there we go. We've delivered our truck to Southampton. We got around £3,600. We got a bunch of XP as well. So almost halfway through level 7. And basically, that's what you continue doing until you've basically got enough money to buy yourself a truck and make your own company. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, then feel free to ask for more, and I will take a look at other games. If you have any ideas for other games that you want me to play, I'd love to check them out. So until next time guys, bye bye.